Descend the energy of the brain as the energy of the body is ascending from the tailbone. The meeting place of the ascending energy and the descending energy is where your wrist are touching the torso. That's the meeting point of these two energies. Keep your ears receptive, eyes passive. The floor of the brain, which is just above the eyebrows, you have to try to release the electrical nerves of the eyes from the floor of the brain, so that the brain from the floor becomes silent. And in that silent state, feel how the intellectual energy percolates inwards. Exactly in the center of the floor of the brain. And in that silent state, let us invoke the blessings of Patanjali, so that the work which you have undertaken will be fruitful and beneficial to all of us. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचाम् मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनाम् पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि आबाहुपुरुषाकारम् शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणम् सहस्रशिरसं श्वेतम् प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिम् हरिः ओम्। Bow your head to Patanjali, drop your palms down, then raise your head up. Before I start the class, this is not an intensive class. It is not something which you think that you are going to work very hard. It's an intellectual class which I am planning to take, wherein the oneness in our teaching may set in you people. Universality, intelligence is universal. Each individual may have different facets of intelligence, but at the end, intelligence does not vary at all. Intellect varies. Intelligence does not vary. As intelligence does not vary, we have to learn how to rest this intelligence in the body when we are performing the postures, so that through that placement of intelligence in the body brings grace in the consciousness, so that the consciousness graces the physical body, the mental body, and the physiological body. When the subtlety develops in you, then you learn through the bridge intelligence and consciousness how the seer, the actual seer, can see the entire frame of the physical, physiological and mental sheets, the vehicles, part by part, so that the whole can be seen at the same time, looking into the various parts of the body. This is what I wanted to give you, because each teacher thinks that what he teaches or what she teaches is according to the conditions of the students. But you have to keep it in your mind that you have to reach a certain state where the dualities of intelligence, the differences in intelligence disappear, and there is only oneness in the feeling of all millions of people whoever practices yoga. There should be no change in experiencing that essence of each pose. That essence is philosophy. How to taste each pose while you are performing, that is what I am trying to give you, so that those who listen can carry on to those who have not that destiny to attend these classes. So please be humble. Please be devoted to the poses. You need not be devoted to me, because without devotion, no development will come. Asana and pranayama are the two facets in the field of yoga where knowledge is acquired by asana. Remember that. This nobody teaches, nobody tells you. Asana is not physical exercise as it is commonly said. Asana develops intelligence in each individual to become more powerful in their understanding. And asana helps for you to develop that quality which is latent in everybody. Can it be brought to the surface? There is no other way in the Ashtanga Yoga or in other fields of yoga, whether it's jnana, bhakti, karma, or whatever people may call it, but that essence will not flower as it flowers in asana and pranayama. So asana is a path of jnana marga, means you develop knowledge of yourself, of your body, of your mind, of the very consciousness. And pranayama teaches you how, with this knowledge of jnana, you develop devotion. So these are the two paths of the Ashtanga Yoga where Jnana Marga and Bhakti Marga Patanjali has kept in between. Yama and Niyama is ethical, and Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi is actually karma, because pure karma cannot come without jnana and bhakti. Without the acquisition of knowledge, without devotion and dedication which comes through pranayama, you cannot do the right action. That's why dharana, dhyana, samadhi is nothing but an action which has no reactions. There are no fruits in those actions. But now we acquire, we are with motivity we do. But when this jnana, through asanas, when you develop, and when you develop that devotion and dedication through pranayama, then your action is free from motivity, and that's why it's called pure action. So these two steps of Patanjali is the ladder for you to reach the ripeness in your wisdom. And that's why I'm trying to give whether this is possible or not. If it's not possible, well, we have to accept our human weaknesses. But an effort should be made. That's what I'm trying to present you, so that the feeling, the understanding and the feeling may set in you within these few days. You have to understand. Without understanding, the feeling cannot come at all. Don't say, I feel. You cannot feel unless you understand exactly what is said and whether it is imprinted or not. So we use the word in Sanskrit, chintana and manana. Chintana means analyzing. Manana means what you are analyzing to synthesize with action. So that is the beauty of these two steps of yoga, where analysis, synthesis meet together. When they meet together, that is meditation. So the pose, when you reach that state, when the action is reflected, and in that reflected action, you understanding, you readjust the pose, that is meditation. So it leads to that, provided the essence what I give, even from the first pose, it's base which I give. I can't teach all the essences of 200 poses in these 10 days. It's impossible. Even for me, I have to work to present you. So base I give, from this base, when you practice yourselves, can I introduce in this one? That is why I use the word subtleness. Patanjali uses the word, in the first chapter alone, 2 words, which is enough for us to understand. Chitta prasadanam. Prasadana is not just expansion of the consciousness, but grace. Prasada means, say, you go to the temple, you go to the church, you ask for the blessings, is it not? So that Lord's grace may fall on us. So consciousness has to grace that area wherever, whatever you are doing. When the consciousness graces, Patanjali uses the word, then you can enter sukshmaha, the subtlety of each and every part of your body, every part of your word, every part of your feeling should be felt. When that sukshmata comes in you, he has used the word adhyatma prasadana. From chitta prasadana, from conscious gracefulness of the consciousness, you have to jump to the gracefulness of the seer himself. In the first very chapter, he has used these 2 words, chitta prasadana and atma prasadana. He has not used the word atma prasadana, immediately knowing very well that people cannot follow, to bring the seer on this point. So he says, bring your consciousness. Then the consciousness works as a bridge. When you reach that essence of the subtlety, that there is consciousness which is dormant, you have awakened it. The moment you have awakened it, it is not the duty of the consciousness, it is the seer to see from there whether the consciousness is awakened or not. Now you have to awaken the consciousness. After awakening the consciousness, it is the seer to see whether that consciousness is awakened on the part of each and every part of your body. Then the seer engulfs the entire body. Then the body becomes an instrument for the seer to penetrate further. And that's what asana teaches. I hope you understand. This is the background. Because why we are doing the asanas also, we are made up of 5 elements. Earth, water, fire, air and ether. And these has got 5 qualities. So elements are in the physical body. the qualities like sound, shabda, sparsha, rupa, sound, touch, shape, taste, and smell and weight of the body. This is the quality or the atom of these 5 elements. So this has to be felt by the senses of perception. Elements are felt by the senses of action. These qualities of elements are felt by the senses of perception, so that you have already conquered the 10 elements of the nature, which are controlled by the 10 organs of the human body. Then comes the chitta, the mind. So as the first principle of Prakriti or the nature is the Mahat, known as cosmic intelligence, that cosmic intelligence in each individual transforms itself into an individual consciousness. So when we are practicing asana, that individual consciousness has to be transformed into a cosmic consciousness in the entire body, so that the external cosmic consciousness and the internal individual consciousness becomes cosmic, so that the outer and the inner, there is no difference between the two. And when that is reached, the entire 24 principles of nature are brought under your control, so that the seer can alone see the 25th principle. And that's what asana teaches, which nobody knows. And that's what I have worked for. And I think I'm glad to tell you that I have reached that state by this alone. And I want you also to drink how these natures, the vehicles of the nature, are learnt by the practice of asanas and subdued, so that the seer uses them in order to see how this playground of each individual, as the whole world is a playground of God. For each individual, this body is a playground for that soul. So he can play anything in his part, any part of the body. And that's what asana and pranayama teaches. I hope you understand the principle behind that is the conquest of the nature, subduing the nature through asanas and pranayama, so that the seer alone establishes himself and dictates terms for the nature, so that the nature is under the control of the seer. Till as long as you are not doing the asana and pranayama, it is the other way around. The nature is supreme and the individual is a servant of the nature. But by practice of asanas and pranayama, the scale is reversed and you become the master of your own, the tattvas of nature, the 5 elements, their atoms, the mind, the intelligence, the consciousness. These are the vehicles of the nature, and asana teaches you to go beyond that, so that the seer exists everywhere as a single unit, and that means seer is gracing your body, which is the part of elements of nature or the nature itself. And that's what this thing I want to give you. Come on. I hope you caught some idea. Now, Tadasana. Just sit. When we do a Tadasana, you have to observe. Somebody, just stand here. Just stand here. Come. I have to show point. See, these are the surface, peripheral body. The arch is there, so it doesn't touch the ground. So when you touch the ground, you have to observe what is known as when the cows go for grazing on a field. They swallow everything, is it not? So this is the field for the seer. The seer has to graze there in order to understand what it can give the food. So the food has to be taught, has to be supplied to the seer. So you have to understand the peripheral areas of the entire body. And when we stand, we have to look, where are my toes? Now I am standing. Now I say my standing is not correct. It's not correct. I am giving you a chance. Now look very carefully. Your eyes should be very alert. Come closer. But sit, don't stand. The outer periphery, inner periphery, they are connected to the center. Now I am doing. I have disconnected, but I am straight, but I have disconnected. You understand? That's what I said. The humility begins. Now the moment you have to be humble. You can't do with your ego. Can you say, I'm doing with my ego, but I have separated. So I have to humiliate my ego because my ego has to go there. What is this? Can you say now? You understood? So that is the way Tadasana. Now, if you observe, see the skin. Now, the moment I as a teacher, stand stable, I did it. Can you say now? It moved or not? Now look here, does it move in that speed? Now can you see now? See the speed there, speed there. That means you have got intelligence there, you have no intelligence here. So how to bring, balance that intelligence, movement of that intelligence on the lower leg to in power to bring it in the upper leg. That is where Jnana Marga comes. Now when I am doing it, now you can see, I will not move that fast, I will go slowly. Can you see now? So now this is moving fast, I slowed down there. That is known as balance. You understood now? Suppose you stand, you do like that immediately. So only it moved, it did not move. So half knowledge has come, not full knowledge. So what you have to do, I'm putting a break. I'm telling you, I know you are fast, be quiet. You are too dull, work here first. Can you see now? Then the last one, I rotate where it rotated first. Can you see now? So when you are standing, you can see. Now I'm standing, but I'm slanting in position. Can you see now? Now it's not physical body. There is no physical action at all without mental volition. Now if you observe the bottom foot, which you can see, all of you can see, on the sticky mat. Now if you observe, see the heel is soft, sole is strong. Now what I do, how is that? The front is so firm on the mat. So how is that? The back is not soft. Now what I do, you can observe. So my ego in my thighs, I push back. Can you see now? So I found the level. As water finds its level, even the human being has to observe whether I am parallel to the ground. Can you see now? I am parallel. Otherwise, this is one. And then where the intelligence loses, the moment you observe here, you say stand. Can you see now what happened? It moved. Whereas when I say stand, I push back and then I stand. Knowing very well that this goes first in. Can you see now? So we have to catch these weaknesses which appears, the strong point, the weak point. So which is strong, which is weak? Why do we work only from the strong point? Why do we not also give a little, that's known as understanding. So you have to analyze it. I'm analyzing. Why this is strong? Why this is slow? So what is the synthesis? Which are we call it? I have to think. How I to do? How I to go still further? What is this? If I'm going still further, I'm going wrong and wrong. See my weight, my toe is pressing the mat. Now see what happens to this bottom skin. Bottom skin of the big toe. Now see what happens. So that is known as balance. That is known as synthesis. You understand? Now try. Now observe. Weight is on one foot. You can see like a pendulum moving this way, that way. Only bottom foot you feel. Don't see on your brain. The width of the one foot of the sole, the width of the other foot, the length of this mounts of the sole, the length of the mount of the sole. I'm using the finger. Can you see this? This is lengthwise. This is broadwise. Follow now? That's why I'm showing the finger. So because when you are doing it, you think this is length, this is width. Follow now? Because when you buy the shoes, they measure like that the length. Let me see. They don't see the width. And now observe. Now similarly, observe the positioning of the heel. The positioning of the heel. The inner heel. The inner heel is lifeless. But the outer heel, front outer heel is full of life. Inner heel is completely dull, lifeless. So what you have to do is roll the skin to the periphery. Roll the skin to the inner periphery. Now what happens? Can you see you become silent and you go inwards? And that is meditation. What did I teach you? Can you understand? One sentence alone, I have taught the entire philosophy. If you can catch, or if you can explain to me. You don't know now? Now say how difficult the words are when you are subjectively caught. But through bookish knowledge, you can flow. But here you cannot flow. Do you know what you have learned? Intelligence, I used the word before alone, moves deep interior as you open your physical body. Can you say observe? I said open the inner mount. The moment you open the inner mount towards the inner periphery, the intelligence goes opposite to the rotation or the motion of your body. Did you observe that? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Just observe how intelligence moves in the bottom feet. And observe the soul, observe the heel. The outer peripheral intelligence, inner peripheral intelligence, how they flow like the river flowing, how you see the surface, you see the intellectual surface at the bottom of the skin. And if there is any feeling of skin crushing, that means intelligence is blocked there. So you have to lift, you have to extend, allow the intelligence to flow. Now observe the top leg, observe the lower leg. What is the rotation of the skin? Now, somebody can come here. Hey, now, come closer. It takes time, because I said it is an intellectual work, it is a strain for me, not for you people. Definitely a strain for me, that you should know. Because I work hard, not you. I have to bring out the material inside, you know. Now, this is one bank. This is another bank. This is the inner bank. These two are the inner bank. These two are the outer banks. These two are the outer banks. These two are the inner banks. Now, I am also standing. Now, this is my inner bank. This is the outer bank of my intelligence. You call it river banks, river bank. I say intellectual bank, because we are doing with intellect. And I am standing, she is standing. Now, prana is force, power. The prana and prajna, we use the word prajna and prana. Prajna is intelligence, prana is power. Where there is power, there is intelligence. Where there is intelligence, there is power. Do you understand what I said? Now your power is on the big mount of that toe. Yes or no? Don't look. You have to say yes or no fast.
Big mount of that toe. Which toe? Of that toe. Yes.
The power is strong.
Definitely.
So as the power is strong, intelligence is strong, the rest is forgotten. Yes. So we are not doing yoga. Now you understood? So we fail in our practices of yoga because with the very foundation we have gone wrong. Now can I bring that power on this part? I'm not using the word intelligence. See the language. Power, use that power. What happens to the intelligence now?
Much better.
Much better. Can you see now? So where you have to use the intelligence, where you have to use the power, you have to discriminate. Now there is already power. So I say don't use that power there. So use the power here so that intelligence shifts here. That's known as balance. Now the intelligence was too strong because the powerful. So it did not allow the intelligence to move to this foot. I said use power here on that mount. So intelligence comes from the top, from the inside out on the top and moves to this side. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
See, this is known as study. This is meditation. You understand now? So each part I meditate. But when I meditate, after the evolution, I evolve, then I meditate. Now look at the bank. Now this is frontal bank. Are they parallel? Now that's how you have to know. Why it is not parallel? I am not even looking at her. I will just touch her. Look at this metatarsal, look at that metatarsal. That is deep down, this is up.
Now cut this metatarsal, what happened to the thigh muscle? Understood now? So this is where even Trikonasana are going to be failure, because we do Shirshasana, every pose goes wrong because we do not know how to work this. Now what did she do? She did not do. I have to explain to her now. Now if you observe, this is down, this is above. Can you see now? So what I say is, knowing very well, as I said, you use the power here. Now here she has to use the power to pound down, not using the power. She has to dig that intelligence down to the ground. Now what happened to the muscle? Say how you have to use your intelligence when you are working. It's not just saying cut down, no chance. You have to exactly say, you have to push the power to reach the ground. Can you see now? It reaches the floor, right?
Yes, sir.
Now see the muscle when it goes back. So like that you have to observe. Now I am standing, you can see. Now she is standing, I'm imitating her. Can you see, this is forward, this is backward. So she is wrong or am I wrong? I imitated her. She is my teacher, she taught me. I'm also, so I look at her leg, oh this is forward, that is backward, all right, oh I think I have to stand like that. Words are different, practice is different. Now I say, why is that leg forward, even though she's my teacher? So what I do, I bend, I push back. Can you see now? Then I stand. What happened now? Now I show the same, bend this knee, only this. Stretch this back first. Make that straight, then that one. What happened? Huh? Better. This way you have to catch. Now try, let me see. Now turn the back. Watch the bank. Now that is why I said grace. Consciousness has to grace each and every part when you are performing it. Now you can see consciousness is not gracing. What is grace? Blessing. The consciousness is not blessing that area. You can see. Now I stand. You can see I'm standing like her. Consciousness is not blessing. So I say, where is my consciousness? Sir, please bless me. Can you see now? Did you see? Now I will tell her same. From here to here, may I move the consciousness to feel where my skin is? Let the consciousness feel the skin, maximum. Don't stop. Now she has done it, is it not? I will tell you. Because when you have to do, to move the parts also, you have to move the whole. Now what happened? The weight came here. Take the stomach also back and push back. Now what happened? So that is known as balance. Now turn this way. Now she did it. Now do your way what she did. Can you see what happened? So even you have to see the levelizing. Come on, levelize. Can you see now? That's what I taught her. Now try all of you. So one knee is long, one ligament of the knee is long, one ligament of the knee is short. So learn the inner ligament of the knee. Now to learn, sometimes you have to see the knee, chip of the knee. Can I turn the outer chip of the knee, particularly top corner? Roll in maximum, then keep it in contact with the inner frame of the body, inner frame of the leg. Now watch your mounts of the soles. I said power, I've used the word power, which is powerful, which is non-powerful. So how to shift the power to other leg so that the intelligence can see. You can't use the intelligence unless you use the power. So there are combinations. When to use the power for the intelligence to move, when to use the intelligence for the power to set in. You understood now? What you have all done. Have you turned the leg to face what I said, which thigh is forward, which thigh is backward, which the heel touching the mat as the soles are touching. If you look down, the distance changes. Only you have to look for your kneecap. Beyond that, nothing. When once you adjust it, you have to grip it. Look here again. It takes time. Now I am doing it. I look down. I adjusted it. Is it not? Now I'm going to do like you. You looked it, then you forgot. You understood now? Yeah. So that is what you're all doing. I looked. Can you see now? I kept it. Am I disturbing that when I'm standing? I have stood. Can you see the differences? So you look, oh, it's very fine. Finish. So can you keep that chain connected through the vision which you have adjusted? Can you keep that intelligence without vision and do the rest of the pose? Now try. Now you will understand if you read Upanishad, Yogic Upanishad, a man who has mastered asana has mastered everything. This is a quotation. It's not my word. Now, if you can do it, then you realize that you are the master of the three worlds, according to your Upanishads. And I can quote even from the Upanishads that a saint or a yogi cannot become a saint, cannot become a yogi without Ashtanga yoga, without practice of 8 aspects of yoga. It's proved everywhere. But today's people say not necessary. But no sages have said it is not necessary. I quote Upanishads. I am not quoting modern people's words. Are they fools to say that how essential they are? Now try. Now you are doing. Which eye is looking, which eye is not looking? Can you see there is no power in one eye, there is power in one eye? So the power eye which is powerful, that leg is also powerful, there is plenty of power in that leg. The eye which is weak, the entire consciousness is also dormant on that side. So you have to charge the power in that eye also, so that the intelligence, moves, trickles in the inner body. Both the eyes have to observe at the same time the inner body. As you stretch, see the intelligence, how it flows deep in from the periphery. And that you have to catch, that movement of the intelligence you have to catch, how it flows without interruption. Where does it interrupt? In the other leg. Where does it interrupt in my spine? Where does it interrupt in my brain? If there is no interruption on the right and the left, that is pure yoga. If there is an interruption, it is impure practice. And now try. Observe your legs will tell you which thigh is broad, which thigh is narrow, back of the leg of the thigh muscles. Leg of the thigh muscles will guide you. That's what I said, your eyes have to move along with your intelligence to feel the back. You cannot turn your eyes. So back body is the mental body. As the mental body, you have to see through the mental power alone. Do you see the difference? Stay there. Still I will tell you, watch your inner knee. One frontal knee is top, is forward, one is backward. So no Tadasana at all. Can you see how difficult it is to realize? Even though standing is so simple. So can you take the knee bone, length of the knee bone, of the right and the left, as if there are two pyramids ending at the same time. Come on. Like 2 points of the Everest. Can you see how much you have to adjust your intelligence, your power to move and forward and backward? Now relax. One more, last point I give you, because we have to build up like that only. Now, I am doing it. You can see. And how I circularize. It is inside, it is outside. Is it not? It is closer to you, it is closer to me. Now, is it good? So I think, I look at my knee, I saw it. Now I observe, I don't shake. Now observe how I roll. So I am doing Tadasana from here, because I know from here, up to here I am perfect. Can you see now? So why should I disturb the lower leg when I am perfect? Where am I wrong? I am only wrong from here to here, because this also doing Tadasana. So what I do, I just turn the skin from inside out. Can you see now? And now try that one. I hope you get some fruitful ideas. Now let me see how you practice yoga. Forget about these things, and now a new light has set in for you people to do. And now try. Watch your eyes. Your eyes should be looking at the back. That's the frame. Mental body is at the back. Eyes are the mirrors. So they have to work on those, using the mirror, the eyes, how the mind is working on the back. Action and reaction. Yeah, the moment you do action, the intelligence has to react. I'm here, I'm not here. I'm here, I'm not here. And the moment it says I'm not here, your job is to act. And again you have to reflect. Has it come or not? So circularizing the action, not stretching. Circularizing. Cells are circular. So you have to go on circularizing from inside out this way, what I'm showing through my finger. From the inner body to the outer body, inner leg. And outer knee, from the outer body to the inner knee, so that you are exactly in the center. You got it? And now just be at ease. The intelligence will flow. Please catch it. Feet apart a little. Now just feel the intelligence now. How it recedes, which part it recedes fast, which part it does not recede fast, where it holds, where it does not hold. Where it holds, that is maturity. Where it does not hold, it's still fluid. So you have to develop that part. Can you understand now? One is very strong. It does not want to leave. The other one is slowly leaving. So the part which is leaving is immature. The part which is holding is mature. So intelligence is mature on that area, intelligence is immature on the other area. That is how you have to learn. You got the points? So this takes long time, but as I said, without chintan, without understanding, without analyzing, you cannot synthesize this. So you have to go on working like that so that the synthesis come in you, so that these two, tarka and vichara, we call it tarka and vichara, they join together. Tarka is from the head. That's why I say it's jnana. Vichara is from the heart. So these two coming together is yogic asana. Otherwise it's called bhogic asana. Just for the sake of pleasure I am doing that. And now Trikonasana. Now come closer. Now I have kept my foot deliberately on the edge of the mat. I am taking this. Now my rear leg is very close to myself. The front leg is too far from myself. Is it not? So what I do, now I go that way. That's why I said deliberately I am keeping it. Now what happened? Now if you see, this is more angular, though I turned the foot. This angle is less. I go a little more. Take this line for your information. Take this line as a guide. As a guide. I am doing Trikonasana. So I stand. Now you are standing like that. Now the perineum and the center of the platform is in line, right? The moment I turn the foot, what happened to the center? Now you understood? So that means you have to observe. We go like that, and I'm already wrong. Now again I have to come back. Can you see now? Now what did I do? I looked at the center. Now I'm in the center. So when I'm doing the pose, I have to observe that. Perineum or the bottom crown of the trunk and the line where the two tables are joined, are they running perpendicular to each other? Then in that perpendicularity, I go down. Now how many mistakes we make, though you are all 20 years, 30 years teachers and students. I have done. I have come away from the center. Can you see now? Now what I do, I said, this is the brain which in Tadasana did not work. So the weight I lift here, I press here, I lift that mount so that I can extend here. You can see now. Now you observe the perineum, they move back. Can you see now? I don't say move the foot. I have to find out where I am doing wrong before I have to say the foot. Now I have taken a little 1 inch forward. I move, the line is not coming. Can you see now? So I have to know. So the power on this edge and the power on that edge, I measure. Can you see now? I measure the power. So as I'm moving, I shift the power from the big toe towards the little toe as the current is moving this way. Can you see now? The current is not moving this way. Current from this foot is going to that way, so the current has to follow in this direction. Whereas here, the current is flowing this way. So that current has to go to the left leg from the right, and the current from the outer knee towards the head. As the head is moving, so the current has to go this way. Can you see now? Wait. That's what I said, I have to work more than you people. I'm showing the same side, I'm not changing. This is the line I am taking. Now, the line is telling me I am not in straight line. This division of the bench, table, is telling me that I am not at all in the center. But if I don't do it, you don't know that I am not in the center. What I do, you can see the metatarsal. It has flopped out. So I come on the inner one. So even the metatarsal is exactly in line. Can you see now? So when you observe, this you have to observe in that line. Now I said this is the inner bank, this is the outer bank. Can you see now? So you disturb the bank. I never disturb the bank. I readjust. Can you see now? So I maintain this. This is my brain now, mental brain. So when I'm thinking of this leg, you forget here. So when I think, mentally I push this forward. Can you see now? So that my leg is not disturbed at all. Can you see now? So mentally I adjust so that it is exactly parallel to the frontal wall. And when I am doing, okay, don't worry. When I am doing, can you see the middle portion I keep? I don't stand like this, I don't stand like that. I measure the middle foot and I keep that middle foot. Now the foot is facing east-west because sun is in this side. So when I am doing like you people, east and west. Can you see the foot? But what about this east and west? Can you see now? So this is northeast and this is southeast. Can you see now? So this also has to face east and west. Now without disturbing, I don't disturb. Can you see now? I bring this to this man's side closer. Can you see now? Now I stabilize. Then without disturbing that, from here to here, I turn. I make the east and west. Can you see now? Did you see? That's how you have to learn. How to learn? I've shown where the brain is to make it to work. The brain is here, exactly where the knee divides. I've done it. Now if you observe that from the divider, the knee, the lower knee is longer, the upper knee is shorter. If you divide from here, the distance from here to here, the distance from the joint to joint, you observe. Now the lower joint is extending. Upper joint from the side you can see is collapsing. Now I adjust here. I don't disturb. Now observe from here. I create room for it to create room. Go up. Can you see now? Only the upper knee is going up. Can you see now? So all the parts, I try to keep it under my control, then I move the whole. You understand now? And now try. That's why I'm existing everywhere. Now this is the leg. Still I have not spoken about the hand. So don't think it's the end. Come on, feet together. Tadasana every time. Your power of the bottom feet should be observed. The power of the feet is the quality of your intelligence. It's not the quality of intelligence which gives power. It is a power which gives power or understanding to the intelligence. It's quite different. That's why I use the word prana shakti and jnana shakti. Prana shakti and jnana shakti. Now watch your top bottom portion, the buttock skin, which has gone in. Why should it go in? When the skin of the back leg is away from the flesh. Why? This skin is going into the flesh. You understand now? So when Patanjali uses the word dvandvaha anabhigataha, the dualities which come in your intelligence or in your practices, you have to break them. Somewhere the skin is going out, somewhere the skin is coming in, somewhere the flesh is pushing forward, somewhere the flesh is going in. What is this? Is this yoga? You have to question, not me. So adjust, find out. When you're coming closer, because still you are not caught me. You know, when you iron a cloth, what do? You stretch this and then you iron, is it not? You hold the cloth on one end and then you iron, is it not? Otherwise it cannot be ironed. So I am standing. Now I am ironing from my intelligence. You can see. What did I do? I am pressing. What is pressing means? Iron is pressing, na? Oh, I have to send the cloth for the press. Right? For pressing you are sending it. So here my skin says, come on, give a little press to the flesh inside so that it is very clean inside. Can you see now? So I did not disturb. Now you can see at the back also. Here, I am doing it. Just observe. I move the flesh. Can you see now? Here the skin massage presses. Here the flesh presses the cloth. It's like a gauze. Skin is like a gauze. So you have to feel the flesh touching and the gauze going in the front. So always in asanas, here the skin, I use the word Gyanendriya, you remember that word. So there is a vibration. Vibration is sound. So if I am standing like that, there is vibrating. So the vibration means we are in contact with ether. Ether is going out. So let that ether remain inside. What has happened here? The taste. Here works the taste. So I am in contact. So I am tasting my liquid of my flesh. So what I do? Let me go to the ether. Can you see now? So this is the way you have to learn. These 5 elements you have to study with your system. Which element is strong? Which element is weak? So how to adjust this element? I am standing. What is this? This fire. Now I have cooled the fire. You understand now? Like that you have to learn. I am giving example. This is how you have to learn. Now try. Eh?
The banks and the water.
The moment you feel the weight on the soul, you are lost. So you have to again feel the same sensation on the entire plate of the heel. You are in a plateau. So you have to observe that can I see on that plateau standing everything, what is happening at the bottom. I observe how the energy moves from the skin of the nails towards the metatarsals. And observe similarly the bottom calf muscle. Can I push slightly bottom calf muscle in line to the hinges? Can you see the lightness comes in the body though it's heavy? Yes or no? Yes. Huh? So Ashtasiddhi is in all the asanas which I can explain. Anima, Garima, Lagima, Prapti, Prakapma, Ishatva and Vashitva. Now the way in which I am saying, making you to do is Vashitva, how to grip, so that you can lord over it. You are too much on the soul, heavy, make it light. Anima, go Garima, increase weight on the heel, make it so light. So that way. Prapti means I have acquired now equality between that and this. Now Trikonasana. Jump 4 feet apart. Now feet together again. What did you do? You don't know, right? Huh? You absolutely know. Not one observe. Did both the eyes look at the same time right eye looking at the right, left eye looking at the left? No. Did you see now? That's why when you jump, only one eye again was alert, the other eye was dull. Now, you are all habituated to do on the right side. That's why your eyes work very firmly on the right, not on the left. What did I say before? Opposite side is the mental body. The same side is the visual body. So use the brain or the intelligence through vision. On the other side, there is no vision. So you have to open the third eye, what we call it, to do on the other side. So on the left side, the third eye has to be used, two eyes on the right, because you know you are acclimatized to do on the right side. Now if I say on the left eye becomes stronger, the right becomes lighter. Can you see now? So this shifting has to be known. That is known as fluctuation. It's easy to say, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So the moment I say jump, say the Chitta started playing, losing its power. So can I maintain the stability of the consciousness and jump equally? Come on, jump. Both the eyes use. Now see the difference it makes? Now when you stretch, you cannot look, only once you can look, then you have to work with your mind. Now, is your intelligence uninterruptedly flowing in your inner legs, in your back arms? Yes or no? Fast you have to say. No, can you see now? Now, when I do it, now see, come closer. When I do it, I also done like you. It's not flowing. Now what I do, from here to here, can you see the angle? This angle is outside and this angle is inside. So what did I do? Can you see? I brought the top inner leg to the level of the bottom upper leg. When I stretch the hand, I stretch, but you will never know. See, this is how you stretch. Look at my elbow head. Can you see now? Now, how the intelligence moves backwards as the lower arm moves forward. Can you see now? Yes. So no interruption at all. Intelligence just flows for me. Now you come here. Just stand. Now 4 feet apart. It is not this way. I have to show the elbow. Jump. Now stretch. Can you see? This will tell you the bone which comes out from the elbow. Can you see now? This is convex, this is concave. Can you see? This is convex, this is concave. So what is this? It should be convex. If this is convex, this should be convex. If this is concave, this should be concave. Now where to stretch? You can. I will explain to him. Can you see my finger? Where the biceps end. So what did I say? Now he has to press the flesh upwards. Come on. What happened to the elbow joints? Can you see now? So the brain is here and this is known as subtle. Can you see now? The seer came here because I touched the subtle part. I see, if I say here, the mind is working. The moment I come to the subtle part, then the mind is completely gone. It's only the superior to the mind, which is the seer. The very seer from here stretches. Come on. Have you stretched the seer fully on both sides? Huh? Now he says yes.
Left is a little weak.
Now, can you see now? That is way of reflecting your action. After reflecting, it is now, because this, why it is less? Even the gross body is not trained. Here the gross body is toned. That's why it is long. Now, I said this is the subtle point. He said it is not working. Now I come to the gross area. This is the gross area. From here extend. Now, you understood now? This is how you have to work out. That means even the gross body is not under my control. How can I go to the subtle part of my body? Here already the gross is under control. So he said this, I'm feeling good stretch. So I go deeper into the subtle area. Go still deeper. And then here also this is the subtle area. Can you see now? Still went longer. So this is known as how to bring the quality of intelligence to a higher potency. Now come on. Try. Feet together. 4 feet apart. Now say again, how did you jump? All of you same dull. Can you see now? What is the use of my working like this? Huh? You are not mechanically made people. Huh? Now fit together. Try to use the intelligence at once, spontaneously, instantly on both the parts of the body. Come on, jump. Now when you extend it, the palm will tell you how the intelligence percolated, how the intelligence did not percolate in the other palm. Did you feel? From here to here you can see. One is heavy, one is light. Which is light, that means intelligence is not flowing. As the intelligence is not flowing, power cannot go there. You understood now? And now take the right foot out, left foot in. And now you took the right foot out. What happened to the perineum? Moved forward or backward? Huh? No, no. Who said backward? Just right. Now you spread your legs. Spread your legs. Now, for your brain, that is back, right? What about this leg? Which is the back for this part now? Where are you looking? You are looking on the right side. So, for the leg, which becomes the back? Tell me. The side leg or the back leg? Now, when I use have I used the correct word or you are using the correct word? Please tell me now. Now, when I am doing like this is front for me, this is back for me. This is not back for me, this is side. I am not a mechanical man because the pose is different. I am looking here. So as I am looking, this is front. So this is my back. Look at the back means you have to turn here. You can't turn like that. Do you turn like this? See how difficult for us to give this subjective knowledge. Theoretically it's quite easy. There is nothing to move. So the left leg, side leg becomes the back when you are doing on the right side. Now this, when you turn, this becomes a front leg, is it not? Whereas when you are here, the inner leg, the outer leg, can you follow? Here, can you see, this becomes a front leg now. This becomes a side. The moment I turn my head, this becomes a front leg. As long as I am not turning, I am looking here, this is a side leg, this is a front leg. You understand now? So this goes on changing. That's why we say transparency, you call this slice transparency. So the body, each and every part is like a transparent intelligence which you have to learn. And now come on, turn. Now perineum, is it towards the left leg or towards the right leg? Huh? So you have to move the left top knee back. Back is that, again, can you say now? Again you are rolling. Push back. And now, when you take the right arm down, the perineum should move to the left more and more. Come on. Don't come to the right. If it doesn't come, you have to push by force. And now you have done. Now, are you exactly in the center, the perineum and the distance? So, move the left leg far away. Move, walk out. And now find the perineum. The stretch on the bottom skin of the perineum horizontally should be equal. If the perineum is closer to the right, you are on to the right. If it's closer to the left, you are closer to the left. So you have to adjust your leg so that the space is created between the perineum equally, evenly. And now watch your foot. Is it sleeping outside? What did I say? This is the brain. I showed the brain. Push the front leg facing the wall. Front leg means the side leg becomes the front now. Side front leg becomes the front leg, so push in. Inner leg becomes the front leg, so balance the body weight on the surface of the skin on the calf muscle, middle calf muscle. And as you move, did my left leg move? Yes. Now is it correct? When the master teacher says only move the right, why did I? So what you have to do is, you have to turn the skin from the inner ankle to the outer ankle, left. Inner ankle to the outer ankle. So it is controlled. Now you can move the right easily. Can you see now? Understood? Now inhale, come up. This is only leg teaching. Follow now? And now come closer. Now, I did it. Now this is the north pole of the trunk. This is south pole of the trunk. you are like this. Can you see now? Now, as I bring this forward, I bring the lower waist also forward. Can you see now? Did you see now? So I have lifted the hand. You see my cloth. The back is above, front is below. Can you see now? Now what did I do? So I shifted the intelligence. You understood or no? So when I am doing the pose, this is parallel. Can you see it to the ground? From this end to this end. I lifted. How is that this is not parallel to the ceiling? So what I did, I revolve, turn the skin. Can you see now? Whereas you go like this. I don't go. Can you see now? Now try. So that each part, though it is circular, you have to create square. It's very interesting. Square will not come without circular action. So you have to reach that squareness. You understand now? Come on. Because when you reach the square, there is no argument at all, is it not? We also say it's square now. So the end came. So circularly you have to observe where the squareness is going to come on its own. Till then, the rotation continues. And now jump. Now take the right foot out, left foot in. See what happened to the eye? Now, no. Again you did wrong. Feet together. You know what you did? All right. Do Tadasana. What is the sensation here now? Is very healthy, understandable. Its grip, right? Here, where I am showing. It's firm, stable, intelligent, yes or no? It's intelligent. Now, jump. Now, what happened to that intelligence? Now charge. Come back to that intelligence. Take the right foot out. Wait, what is happening to that part of the left? Did I say move that forward? So what business it has got to move? Can you see now? So we do not observe what we are doing. So when, take the foot in, right foot in, observe here. What is the firmness? So when you did it, you did like that. Can you see now? When I did it, the mental body keeps at a position. I've only turned. Can you see the foot turned? But my arm did not turn. See how much mistakes you are making? So if it turns, because you are loose here where I showed to Sam. Come on, elbow. And now take the right foot out. Mentally, left arm stable. Can you see how difficult it is to control? Then, when you stretch the left arm, do you know what you did? You don't know. I saw what you did. Did you not allow the armpit skin to come into the chest at the back? Open that. What business it has to move like that? See, that is known as the trick of the brain. Understood now? So you have to wash the brain like that. So even you have to stretch from the outer edge as you stretch from the frontal edge, back edge and front edge. Now when you go to Trikonasana, go little. Wait, what did you do? Did front arm came or back arm came? Tell me quick. Now is it correct? No. Go up to the original position. I am doing wrong. Why this is aggressiveness on my front arm? Why there is no aggressiveness on the back of the arm? So let me make the front as non-violent, back as a violent arm. Let me do from the back of the arm. Let the back arm take the initiative. See the difference? It controls the entire body. See the left leg also, how it is under your control now. Now just wait. Now as you do, move the right, see this shakiness on the left leg. You understood now? So in order to maintain stability, you have to work like that. In the back of the armpit of the right should come down. Similarly, you have to lift the back of the armpit. Come on, of the lifted arm. Hey, go to the pause. Now look at your thumb of the left. Visual. Why the wrist, arm is straight, wrist is slanting? Why the wrist turns out when the arm is not turning? So turn the thumb towards me. Now turn the finger the other way, which is very difficult to turn for you. Turn the thumb, you can turn. Can you see now? Come on, turn the wrist of the little finger side so that the wrist runs parallel to the frontal wall. Parallel to the frontal wall. Wrist. And now you have done. Stay there. Press your middle finger of the right. Turn the lower waist to find its line to the armpit of the top chest. Then from there, right arm, the skin rolls from the back to the front. The left side from the corner of the breast towards the back. Then they meet together. You understand now? Inhale, come up. Take the right foot in, left foot out. And what happened again? What did you do with your deltoids? Can you see now? Immediately. So you have to hit back to keep in that position. Not so much. See? If there is power here, it doesn't go. Strong. The bone touching the skin. And let me see, shake that right arm now, it does shake. Let me see. You understand now? So these are all the things which are, now when you go from towards the left, see what happened to your groin. You adjusted, groin went to sleep. Inner leg, is it inner front leg of the left? Is it straight from the arch to the groin? Look and adjust. Did I say bend? Is the kneecap turned? Is the right kneecap in line to the center of the metatarsal? Left. Where is the middle of the knee? Where is the middle of the foot? Hey, look at your foot. You are not adjusting. Now, look here. Now, quality of the eater is contraction and extension. Don't think that is only expansion. Even flexing, without help of eater, element of eater, you cannot. So eater has the power to contract, to expand. So you should know where to expand and where to contract. This contraction and extension of the eater, are they meeting on the back and the front in a symmetrical way? Understood now? For example, you saw here, is it not that I was moving here? Can you see now? Now as I am moving here, this gets contracted, this gets extended. Can you see now? This is contraction, this is not extension. But for you it is extension. But for me, now see, what is the width? This is extension for me. Now I do the right pose. Can you see now? So eater comes closer. In the inner body it comes closer. In the outer body it goes out. Understood now? Now try. Always go back to Tadasana. Reflect Tadasana. Many of you are not doing well. Sorry, come here. Can you see the kneecap? Now what I do, from here to here, I roll in. That also, clockwise and anti-clockwise. You have to know, if one leg is moving clockwise, the other one should immediately act as anti-clockwise. Then only the grip is under you. Otherwise, turn this. So the moment I turn, this has to act immediately. Can you see now? So clockwise and anti-clockwise have to be measured very carefully. Roll in. She is breathing. Can you see now? I am saying roll the knees. So by breathing she cannot roll. Her intelligence has to go there. Follow now? Now adjust. Can you see still it is not turning? You follow now? See how many years it takes. Now if I touch, it will join. Now turn this and turn this. Clockwise, anti-clockwise in. This toe bone. Head of the toe bone. Roll in. Now what happened to the knees? Roll in still. Can you see now? Can you see the tension? Just learn. See, that is known as the character of the element. The element will not leave the seer to see. Follow? The elements wants the seer to be a seeker, never be a seer. Go. Can you see how she is standing now? See, everything is going in. Can you see now? Whereas in her, it was going out because the bone was dropping out. Toe bone, come on. Head of the toe bone. The head of the toe bone is connected to here. Come on, try. Roll in. And stand erect. Now, can you see the difference? She does not know. She can only feel. Whereas you have got two things. You can feel, you can see. She can only feel, she cannot see. And still she understands better. Now, Trikonasana, this way. Now, jump 4 feet apart. Now, see how soon I will put into her head. Jump. Take any one side. Go to the pose. Now, from here, create room. Go on creating room. Can you see now? Don't take this hand back. Now, if you observe, now for you I can explain, she cannot understand. Now, your floating rib is nearer to the navel. The floating should be nearer the middle of the breast. Maximum take. Now revolve it, keeping that buttock. And she got the pose. Can you see now? Did she confuse herself or nothing? And you all get confused. Can you see now? Now try. Come on, try. Now fit together. See, all these 5 bones are connected to the head. So you have to turn. Is it exactly touching in that line or not? Then jump 4 feet apart. 4.5. I can't tell you. I told you now, the perineum is the center between the 2 legs. Now it is in the center. The moment you turn the right foot out, the perineum moves to the right, so the left foot should be moved away. The space between the perineum and the pit of the leg should not vary at all. Take the right foot out, left foot in. Watch your deltoids. Now after turning, if you find the angle is not triangle, right angle triangle, move the left foot. After moving, they turn the metatarsal from inside out, left, inside out, so that you stamp the outer edge of the foot. If you don't feel the pressure on the outer edge of the foot, the distance is still required more. You understand now? So that the heel, plate of the heel of the left does not become small. If it becomes small, you are still immature. The plate should be of the same size. Now, don't forget, turn the right foot out. Now you have turned. Now, stamp there. Suck the skin of the outer side leg or the back leg, which is now. Suck into the flesh and connect to the bone. And then inner layer of the skin, simultaneously you have to stretch up as the right arm is coming down. Leg skin should move up. Don't take the arm down alone. Back of the arm, as I said. Go from the back of the arm. As the skin of the arm goes down, the skin of the leg should go up. So where do they unite? You have to find out. The downward stretch of the arm and upward stretch of the skin of the leg, where do they meet? Can I connect them? And now what did I say about that for that lady? Floating rib should be facing the breast. Come on. Move so much. You should be nearer the breast, not nearer the abdomen. Now watch your left arm again. See the wrist. See the chest. Is it parallel? Can you turn the head, is it not? As I turn the head, can I also turn the armpit circularly like the head? Can I turn the head circularizing the armpit of the right and the left? Is the pose different or not? Now just wait there. The right pose now is, without disturbing, can I suck the skin of the thoracic and cervical spine to hit the top sternum? The back body becomes thinner. Can you see now? So that is known as you are pressing the back to come closer to the seer without disturbing the head. And now, last one. As you lift your left arm from the armpit, is the right arm dropping from the armpit or is it going in? Come on, extend the little finger more and more. As you lift the thumb of the left, little finger of the right should go down. That is how you have to balance. Stretch the little finger down to raise the left wrist thumb up, straight up. Can you see the connecting the right and the left arms? Inhale, come up. Now take the right foot in, left foot out. After turning, observe the leg. Is it turned? Is your left knee turned or not? Left knee, you are looking at the right knee. Can you see? Now is the left knee turning? So left knee turns out, left foot turns in. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. Foot is clockwise, no, anti-clockwise if the knee is turning in. Come on. Turn, knee out, foot in. Knee out, knee cap. Is it turning out? The knee cap should turn to the back of the knee. Maximum. Not this back. No, this side is the back. Revolve. And now with an exhalation, when you keep the right arm heavy, little the thumb heavy. So when you take the left arm down, drop from the middle of the lateral chest and take the arm down. Suck the skin. Did I say? You forgot now? Have I to say? Now come up again. You know what happens? When you take the left arm on the left side, the left leg skin gets convexity. Make it concave and take the arm down. Come on. Entire outer side leg. You are on the top. Top leg also. Cut in. And now create room on the tailbone. Come on. Revolve towards the ground, left side. Left buttock should go towards the ground to come to the front. Closer to the front body. Closer to the front body. And now what did I say about the arm? Finger down so that the skin may not come up. Allow the energy to go down to the little finger. And now suck the skin of the back into the body. Maximum, don't stop. Go on circularizing, let it stop on its own. Inhale, come up. Take the foot in, exhale, feet together. And now once do full arm balance to release your legs.